Good afternoon, Santa Clarita. Welcome to the Hometown Drive, where we talk about everything in and around Santa Clarita, news, sports, events. I'm Jen Sparks with Jade Abishon.
Hello.
And Sophia Lesios.
Hey.
It is Thursday, December 18th, and we also have a special guest in studio with us here today, Menji.
Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
How are you?
This music is so festive.
It's so catchy.
It's amazing.
As soon as it came on, you guys started doing like the Snoopy
Charlie
dance.
We love it. We love it. Yeah. There's a missing part to it that we're gonna just throw in at some point.
I do have it. We have an affinity for the kazoo that I had to cut out of this, but
There's a crazy
cut out the kazoo?
There's
I
a
did.
crazy
How
kazoo.
could
I
you,
know.
Jen?
Am I gonna get judged? Maybe I'll put it back in. I don't know.
At some point.
We had to be like somewhat serious at first.
Yeah.
But I think, hey, when we get our footing, then we'll just go back to the
For a
kazoo.
special occasion, the kazoo can stay.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, so thank you for joining us this
Yeah,
afternoon.
thanks for having me, guys.
And as usual, we have a fun-filled and really busy hour. What do we got going on, ladies?
Well, today we're actually talking about the Saugus Union School District electing a new board president. And I was at that meeting, and it was extremely heated. There was a debate for a while before the board actually voted.
It's very interesting. So just to give a little bit of a recap, the Saugus Union School Board is a 5-person board. That is all of people who are elected from within the community. Each one represents one of the 5 districts or 5 areas of the Saugus Union School District. And these are a mixture of parents and who represent the desires and wants of the community. A eventful month, I'd say, period for the Saugus Union School District. If you are all familiar, of course, with the 5-year-old boy who wandered away from North Park Elementary last month, that made actually some very big regional headlines.
Oh, yeah, it made national news, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
It's crazy.
Yeah, and did they ever really get too much information how that happened? This is obviously kind of continuing story of that specific event.
Right. Yeah. So what happened is the school district actually over the Thanksgiving break actually sent out a notice on Parent Square, which is the app that a lot of the school districts use in our area, and they had sent a note saying, and I'm just paraphrasing here, so I don't have it in front of me, so I'm just going to throw that out there, but it just basically said that the kid was walking home, that he was found very quickly, and that they did an investigation, and turned out it was an isolated incident. So during the Saugus School Board meeting on Tuesday, the parents spoke up and said that is not true at all. And he was missing for hours. He had walked over a mile down McBean. They don't live down that area at all. And for the parents to then speak up and say, how could you do an investigation and where there's no cameras on campus, there's absolutely nobody standing in front of the gate where the kid walked out. And just to reiterate, when the kid was found by his nanny standing on McBean right in front of the McDonald's right there, the mom had called the school and said, hey, do you know where Oliver, our 5-year-old kid, is? And they said, yeah, he's right here. Car with the nanny already heading.
So it's like, what kid are you talking about? That's
Yeah,
right here.
Yeah.
What
Right.
an incredible call out too. Like literally, you know where the kid is, and you catch them just blatantly lying to your face.
That's just,
Exactly. And that's really where the biggest issue has come in. Is it's one thing for the kid to wander away. It's just the parents are not very happy with how this whole debacle has been handled. I do want to give the kid a shout out because they asked him, like, why'd you walk away? Like, why'd you leave school? And he said, I wanted to go home.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right.
Same, kid.
Yeah.
I personally think probably had to do with those nuggies over at McDonald's, but
yeah, probably.
yeah.
You've heard stories like that though, like around the country where a kid literally steals their parents' car, drives down to McDonald's just to pick up like food or something,
Snack
Wow.
time.
and
crazy.
they get pulled over by the cops
Yeah.
because they can't drive.
I love the 7-year-old that strapped his baby sister into the back seat, like correctly into her seat and everything, and then took her to McDonald's.
Amazing.
Oh, there
You know
go.
what? Safety first.
Yeah.
At least he didn't leave her behind.
He did. I think he was being responsible personally. But let's to get back on track. They were also discussing not only the whole issue with this kid walking
Right.
away, Right.
Yeah, that was not on the agenda. I will
this
throw
was
that out there.
public
That was just
comment.
public comment. Yeah.
But they were mainly discussing it was their reorganizational meeting, and that's where
Mm-hmm.
they get to decide who the president of the board is. And so how did that go,
Right.
Sophia?
Yeah, the reason we were even talking about like the kid to begin with and the 5-year-old is because that actually during public comment and during before they actually picked who the new president was, a lot of people, including parents and teachers and staff of other schools in the Saugus Union School District, brought up that incident and clearly said, hey, you guys didn't address this incident, so we were actually for the main person that was brought up a lot during the Saugus district was Anna Grease. And she's been on the district for a while now on the board. She's been very vocal about her opinions. And a lot of people were thinking that she was going to be getting president just because she's been disagreeing a lot with Colleen Hawkins, the superintendent, as well as the other, the president that was there before. And just very much speaking up. They even had addressed saying that she'd been visiting a lot of the schools, listening to a lot of the parents, and that she's just been very hands-on with a lot of things. But ultimately, Matthew Watson, who's been on the school board for a while now, he was actually chosen as the president. Now, this was an interesting vote because immediately when they said we are going into the choosing of the president and we're going to just start with nominations, within 1 second, the board president says, Matthew Watson, I'm nominating Matthew Watson. And then right immediately after that, it was a second. So for Anna Grease to then throw her name in and said, I want to nominate myself, she did not even have a chance at all.
Yeah, because of the way that these board operations work, the moment a nomination and a second the moment a nomination is put forward and a second happens, you have to vote on it. So it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It's a part of the rules of how these official meetings operate.
Right, yeah.
Which is something that we've seen before, almost identically, in city council meetings.
Yeah, that played out at the city council meeting this time too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we are out of time right now. We're going to head to break and we will be right back.
We're going to get into, I see that we've got, speaking of holidays and traveling and all of that, obviously everybody's kind of hitting the road here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hitting the road tomorrow, although I'm via air, not via roads, but everybody's out and about heading to their family and friends. And per usual, we always get reports that, hey, get ready. It's going to be crazy out there. What do you got, Jade?
Well, I've been looking at AAA's analysis of how they think this holiday season is going to go. And if people are traveling by air, AAA projects that a record 8.03 million travelers are planning to take domestic flights this holiday season, which is a 2.3% increase over last year.
That's a lot of people.
It is the first
including Jen.
time, including Jen, including Jen, it'll be the first time on record that domestic air travelers in the U.S. will reach over 8 million. So congrats, you are
Whoa.
I
helping
am one of
set-
those crazy
Yeah.
people
I
adding
hope
to
your
it.
flight
Yeah.
does
You're
not get
helping
delayed.
set a record. Yeah, no,
It's brutal.
It's
Yeah.
been very, very difficult.
No, but I think
especially
you're
with costs
leaving
going
right
up.
before the rush, though.
Oh,
Leaving,
sure.
Like way before.
Well, here's hoping.
That is the hope, but you're not the only person who's going to be traveling this year. Travelers who choose other modes of transportation, like driving, it is LA. You got to have a car. Let's be real. AAA projects that 109.5 million Americans will be traveling by car for the end of the year trips. So we're counting both Christmas and New Year's for this. That's an increase of 2% over last year.
Yeah.
Which is, oh boy, that is quite a bit. We are still seeing a big upswing from the COVID years more than anything, which is
sure.
especially interesting this year. But good news. Despite other costs going up, gas prices are lower this year compared to last holiday season, according
Nice,
to AAA.
nice.
I love that. I love that. Keep going.
That's right. Last year, the national average was $3.04 at the end of 2024. This is national. This is national.
I was
Don't
about,
come
I
at
was
Yeah,
about to
I was
say,
gonna
say, I've
what
never
station
felt-
was that?
what at the end of this year, average has dropped below $3, which I have seen locally. A couple of gas stations around here have dropped to $3.99.
Whoa. What
Okay.
station is that?
That's
because I need
cheap.
to go fill up.
Yeah, and I
think-
also don't know if that's cash or credit prices. So, but I have seen a couple of them around here drop that low. So,
pretty good.
good news. Definitely fill up soon if you're going to, because we don't know when up.
Right. Yeah.
But
I mean,
that
at
is
least
something to
it's-
keep in mind.
I remember when it was in the $6 range.
Oh,
That
yes.
was horrible.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just grateful that we're in the $4 right now. That's just in my
Oh,
my
yeah.
personal opinion, especially during the holidays when you're buying a ton of gifts.
Oh,
Speaking of
absolutely.
gifts, Jade, didn't you have a couple of inflation?
You think you're saving on
prices.
gas? We're gonna put that money
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah,
else.
Don't worry, that money's gonna be going not to good use. I hope you like the people you're getting gifts for.
Yeah,
I
hopefully.
usually do. But yeah, several new surveys and actual economic analysis have come out recently because it is the holidays, and they have revealed that very unfortunately, this year's most popular holiday gifts are significantly more expensive this year.
Yeah.
Prices have risen on most name brand items by an average of 26%
Ouch.
since last year. Over, what, a quarter?
That's a lot.
I can do math
Yeah,
sometimes.
a
over a
lot.
quarter. Yes.
Yeah, that is 9 times
Ouch.
the inflation rate, actually.
My bank is hurting.
Wow.
Yes.
Is there a list of the most popular toys there, or most popular gifts?
There is actually in this analysis, but I'll
'Cause
have to break that down for
I'm
you.
out of the loop
I
for
did-
that of what's popular for kids.
I did
for
want to
like
throw
toys.
in there and say that Christmas trees this year, artificial Christmas trees, I'm going to be throwing that out there, have risen with inflation 10 to 15%.
Whew.
So if anybody's buying a artificial Christmas tree that you didn't have last year, you're paying more expensive than you were last year and years prior.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. What? But I also heard that the live Christmas trees are like they're also very
Are they really?
expensive.
Yes, I did
as well.
just hear that. I'll be able to get you
Whoa.
numbers on that in just a moment. But yes, I have
So
heard.
now I'm almost thinking like that fake Christmas tree. That's
The
an
fake
investment.
ones are where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
investment for the future.
Your toys, Menji, that you're asking about for other people, not for yourself,
Of course,
right?
yeah.
Totally.
Right.
It's just the usual, a lot of like high tech, toys. These kids aren't playing
An
with
iPad?
crayons anymore. Yeah, iPads, a lot of licensed characters. So any name brand that you would know, Lilo and Stitch, Willy Wonka,
Really?
is popping up here. Jurassic World, because they just had that movie that came out earlier
right.
this summer, and
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a big hit.
Yeah.
And then action figures. There's always a lot of like educational and STEM toys, which when my kids were younger, they loved them. Obviously, they liked the silly stuff too.
Yeah.
But they really liked the hands-on, making clay and making slime and that kind of thing, like the more thinking
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
toys. And then, it's funny because you kind of see a throwback to a little bit of the 80s, but really more specifically now, the 90s is kind of getting a little kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, we already
And
did that.
All
We're-
these
we're
toys
done
are
with-
popping up. Yeah.
We're done with. We were finishing up Stranger Things, which was all 80s, right?
All
And
80s,
so
yeah,
now we have to
yeah.
move on to the 90s.
We
I
have to
know.
move on to the 90s.
Time is ticking, yes.
Backstreet Boys?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all going to come back.
I feel like I
Someone
should've.
has
I'm
that
gonna
on their
just-
business card.
Yeah.
Oh, they for sure do. I'm going to
Yeah.
throw that Jade
Tree
might have it
daddy.
on her resume. Just
The real ones?
I-
Jen's give me a look over here.
No, I have a fake one, and it's a love hate. It's great because you take it out of the box, and it looks perfect. You gotta fluff it up a little bit, obviously, but it looks perfect all the time,
Yeah.
and you don't have to worry about the needles and watering it and that kind of thing. But there's something so great about a real tree, and I grew up with real trees,
Yeah.
so I have that little bit of pain when I see this fake tree in my house, but that's what candles are for.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
want to unlock a classic memory here in Santa Clarita. My family always used to go to Bennett's Best Christmas Trees or to Nancy's, which was right over on Magic
Oh,
Mountain
right.
Parkway. You
Yeah.
know where that place is.
Yeah.
So they did the pumpkins during the fall, and then they did the Christmas trees. And so we used to always go out there.
Yeah.
And my dad would make my brother and I start chopping down the tree, and then he'd help finish it naturally. But he'd watch us struggle first because he thought it was funny. But it was right.
That's super cute. That's really cute.
But yeah, there's definitely a charm to like the way it smells and
Yeah.
And my brother's birthday is right after Christmas too, so we'd always like put his presents down there too. It was fun.
That's
Yeah.
adorable. I just hate cleaning up pine needles. That's my biggest thing. I
Yeah.
don't like it. And then I also have cats, and they love climbing the tree.
Oh, they think
Yeah.
that's
Oh.
their tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that'll be for fake or real. Like no
Yeah.
matter what,
Really?
they will.
Yeah.
They'll mess with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we-
I have a
Aw.
fake tree right now. My cat Wednesday is just my biggest pain.
Yeah.
She loves that tree so much. She thinks it's hers. Is Norman the same way?
Absolutely not, actually.
Wow, good for you.
He's bad in other ways, but the Christmas tree doesn't seem interested in like whatsoever.
Ah, you're lucky. Do you want to
So-
trade cats?
I don't. Do you see the scratches on my arm right now?
Is that because you're putting sweaters on him? That he's like fighting back and scratching you for that.
No, he actually doesn't fight.
He enjoys
putting
the
those.
sweaters. All
Yeah,
right.
so that's
He's
also
a very
something.
unique
fashionista.
cat. Yeah.
He is. He's a very unique cat. I agree
He's
with
very
Jen.
picky and all that kind of stuff.
That's
My
hilarious.
family has I guess I would say like a generational trauma
Oh.
with real trees.
Oh.
What did you do to them?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, vital
The
distance.
family or
it
the
was
trees?
The
Jeez.
So I think my family had like maybe 1 or 2 real trees ever in my lifetime.
Okay.
And we stopped after one of my family members, their tree caught fire. And so that became a big old thing.
Wait, how did that even happen?
They didn't clean up the dry pine needles. And also, pro tip, don't put your Christmas tree right next to the fireplace either.
Yeah.
That
And
will
then
not
not
do it.
water it.
Yeah, that is
That
your
seems a little
safety tip
obvious to
from
me.
Minji. You can also check out the Los Angeles County Fire Department for more safety tips.
They'll
for
say the
indoor-
same.
I would
Yeah.
also say don't put electric heaters next to your tree.
Yeah, that's a big
either. That
safety
could
one.
that could also
Yeah,
light
yeah.
up.
So, yeah.
Light up in a bad way. I'm just gonna throw that out
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want your holidays being lit like that.
there. You want it lit with Christmas lights.
Yeah, so ever since that moment, like no more real trees.
No more
It
real
was
trees.
always fake trees.
You're gonna buy
from
the
them.
inflation rising artificial trees.
It's an investment. I'm gonna get my return on investment on this tree, and you'll see. You'll see.
Benji said he's saving the
Eventually.
environment and saving his house.
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
There you go.
To your cat's chagrin. Yeah. All right. You're listening to your Hometown Drive on KHTS. We'll be back in just a few. It's your Hometown Drive on KHTS. And so now I like this part of the show because we get to talk about fun stuff. We get to talk about Christmas, which is the best time of year if you ask most people. So I think the most fun part about this is that everybody kind of has their opinions, of course, on different Christmas songs and movies and foods and presents. But today we're going to focus on the worst, I guess, top 5 Christmas movies.
Bottom 5?
I'm interested
Yeah.
in seeing
Bottom 5, yeah, bottom
how,
5.
how
Bottom 5.
how you handle this one, Jen, because it seems you're like a Christmas fanatic. So I'm like,
am.
how did you narrow things down to even like your 5 worst?
You know what? It was funny because I thought of that when we were talking about this yesterday. I thought, God, how am I going to do that? That's not fair. Maybe I'll just exempt myself from this conversation. But once I had the first movie, it just started flowing. It was like all this built up, anger over these
Oh,
terrible
oh, wow.
Christmas movies.
There you go. More generational trauma there.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, then I'll take the lead on this one.
right.
since,
All right.
you know-
Jen first.
All right,
Jen
we
All right,
first.
all right,
we
all
I want to
will-
hear it.
we
I
will
want to hear
wait.
it.
All right. So, my top 5. Number 1, and this is in no particular order. The Family Stone. I don't know if you guys remember this movie. This was probably 20 years ago. Sarah Jessica Parker was in it, Diane Keaton, and it sounds like the premise would be great. It's the big giant family returns to their childhood home to celebrate Christmas. There's, of course, the goofy son, and then the suit and tie wearing son with the Ice Queen girlfriend. There's a pregnant daughter, and then there's another random daughter who has a chip on her shoulder. She naturally hates the Ice Queen girlfriend. There's a lot of forced quirks and mean-spirited scenes. And then, of course, Diane Keaton, like I mentioned, is the matriarch. She is secretly battling a returning cancer. So she's trying to keep that from her family.
I do remember this movie.
And then, of course, they fast forward to the next Christmas, and she has, moved on. And it's just kind of a letdown. It's very depressing.
Oh, man.
There's very few funny scenes, and it doesn't give, happy Christmas vibes. So
Yeah.
that's my number 1. Number 2 would be White Christmas. And I know this sounds probably surprising because I think that's obviously a classic. But it's a near identical ripoff of the movie from 1942 called Holiday Inn. They literally both star Bing Crosby, who is a Hollywood and Christmas icon. In one movie, he's got Fred Astaire, and the other one, it's Danny Kaye, and they're both tap dancing, and there's a lot of snow, and there's an inn that they're trying to save or build or sell or something. And they go so far as to even use the same sets. From,
that was
from
a
both
classic
movies.
MGM thing.
Yeah.
They just kept
They
remixing.
just
How
reuse
many
it.
different Judy Garland, Mickey
Sure.
Rooney
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
have you seen where they're trying to save old Jensen's barn,
Yeah.
or the town hall, or the clock tower?
There's
or
not
the,
a hole in this. Let's still use it. Yeah.
I don't know if you have it, but do you know the real reason why they did that, right?
No, I would assume money.
Racism.
Oh.
Seriously. So the Holiday Inn features Bing in blackface. So that's why they can't actually. They went back and they remade the movie as White Christmas, or because they couldn't do that. They couldn't market that.
So they just cut out that complete scene
Yeah.
concern
Yeah.
and then redid the movie. Okay, well that makes sense.
So there you go. Little more to tack on for Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh, wow. You got to love old Hollywood. Number 3 would be Home Alone 3, capitalizing off of the moneymakers of Home Alone and Home Alone Lost in New York. Obviously, producers went to the well for the third time, but you're missing Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, and, of course, Catherine O'Hara. They tried to replicate that with another cute kid and goofy burglars and even a redheaded actress to replicate O'Hara, but could not be done. Number 4 would be Jack Frost. I don't know what's more depressing than a dad who dies tragically on Christmas Day.
Oh, I kind of like that.
He comes back
movie.
as a snowman and he's
Yeah.
like talking to his kid. And it's, oh God, it's depressing. And then number 5, Bad Santa. This is a 22-year-old
Oh.
movie. It's probably
Really?
meant for 22-year-olds.
It is like one of those stoner comedy movies.
Over the top sexual innuendo, foul
Yeah.
mouth. Great actors, Billy Bob Thornton and Bernie Mac are in that, and Lauren Graham. But it was a little too much. And I'm not a prude when it comes to blue humor, but that was too much for me. So those are my top 5. Do we have any crisscross? I want to know if there's any doubles
okay.
on
I
this.
had Home Alone 3 on my list.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
All right,
it's just-
Sophia,
it's
you want to
not-
take it away
you're up
then?
next.
Okay,
last
yeah,
then?
I guess I'm taking it away. Okay, so my number 1 on my list is Hot Frosty. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie.
Is that with Lacey Chabert?
Yeah,
Oh,
Gretchen
God.
Wieners from Mean Girls. Yes. And if you've ever watched Schitt's Creek, that is Ted from Schitt's Creek. If you've never seen that
Oh,
show,
right.
Yeah, he's Hot Frosty.
Is
so
he, though?
I have a little beef with this movie.
Just a little.
Just a little.
I couldn't get over it. It was so hard for me to watch just because, like, obviously I know those two actors. I love Mean Girls, and I also do love Schitt's Creek, the show. And seeing both of them kind of play dumb the entire time, like literally the entire time, just playing dumb. Ted is playing dumb. I mean, his name is Dustin Milligan in real life. So he's playing dumb, and just because he's supposed to be a snowman, so he's just walking around, no shirt, with a scarf around him, acting dumb and taking things from people, and then the police the entire time are just trying to arrest him.
It's one of those movies
For
that
what?
made me
For
feel
being
like
too hot or what?
Not wearing a shirt.
No, I think he literally like ended up taking a jacket or something. It was I don't remember the actual thing, but the entire time they're searching for this one guy who broke into a store.
the whole movie made me feel like everyone had been lobotomized.
Yeah. Yes. Including Lacey.
Yes.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my gosh. And we're going with Hot Frosty. Like this is what
Yeah.
this is it. This was mom talk over here. This was book talk, just enjoying this movie. Okay. I also have I'm sorry, Hallmark. I have a love-hate relationship with Hallmark. I feel like everybody has that too. My second one on the list is going to be Ice Sculpture Christmas. Have you guys seen that one before? Have you heard of it before? I watched it
No.
like last week.
If I
with my
have,
mom.
I've seen quite a few Hallmark movies. I don't know what any of them are called.
I feel like I
yeah.
already know the plot though, just based on Hallmark movies.
Some high-powered big city girl returns home and meets a guy who happens to be wearing a different Christmas color.
Opposite. I'm going to
Oh.
throw it out there.
And he's always single.
Uh-huh.
He's got
He
a
is.
cute kid.
Yeah.
And they make hot chocolate at some point in this beautiful setting that they're in.
Yeah. That's
And then
every single
community
plot.
caroling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. No, Ice Sculpture Christmas, pretty similar to that, I would say. So she's a chef that she just happens to love ice sculptures because I'm going to tell you the start of the movie is there's these two little kids who are in this ice sculpture room of like this competition of ice sculptures. And they both run into each other and they're just watching the ice sculptures. And then one of the little kids is the son of the mayor of the town. And it's a small town. We're all just you guys know.
There's
It's
always
it's
a mayor.
small
Of course,
town.
of course.
Always a mayor, and we don't actually know who the mayor is. You just see him, and he's just there, you know. And then the kids just never see each other again. Well, apparently 30 years later, they run into each other again because the biggest thing that I had about this movie is one, the mayor never left. His son never left either. And the daughter also just went to culinary school and never left the town. She doesn't come back. It's not like she's like gone for 20 years and then comes back. Like they both still live in this small town. This is like there was no like I left for a while and then came back. Like they both went to college, still lived with their parents in the small town. It was very frustrating.
But have you considered holiday magic?
No.
Some Christmas magic?
No.
A little bit of something in there.
So apparently she just gets hired at this hotel that her dad works at. They don't explain what her dad does. I think he's maybe the manager.
Nobody has a real job that can't be explained with like a Mad Lib style answer.
I just don't get it. And for some reason, her boss is like the top chef at the town. And her boss is really good friends with her dad. They don't explain that relationship either at all. They don't explain how her mom died whatsoever. We just assume that she just died at some point. And she's an end. The end. And somehow her dad knew her boss and they loved each other. Romance novel. Her editor tells her she's going to be fired if she doesn't find some sort of story in this town. She does. It's literally the basic every single holiday Hallmark movie. Falls in love with this guy who lives in the town and is working at a workshop or whatever. And it just, every single premise of this just makes me upset because I'm like, oh yeah, she's just moving to the town now. Left her job, moving to some middle of nowhere town where it snows, and she said that she's never experienced snow before. And I can't. On my list again was Home Alone 3. So yes, I agree with you on everything that you said. I just was very upset that Macaulay Culkin wasn't there. Excuse me, was not there. I love Macaulay Culkin. Jade, stop it. Last one I will say is A Bad Mom's Christmas.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That was almost on my list, but I ran out of room.
Yeah, so. I'm glad I added it on mine.
5.
It's not good. None of the story is good, and it has a really good cast too. Like the entire cast. Like I actually really enjoy them. Like Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, Katherine Hahn. All of them are absolutely hilarious in everything that I usually see, except for this movie, in my personal opinion. It's very vulgar, and it's just, there's like lines in there for some reason that just don't need to be added whatsoever. And then just everybody's taking off their clothes at some point, and they're all drinking.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
It's a movie from Benji. He loves it.
Yeah.
Happy
That is my list. Jade?
Oh, I mean, let me get I don't watch many Hallmark movies. I did see this one, though. It came out this year. It's called Christmas at the Catnip Cafe. I didn't like it because the main character is very mean and very selfish. This, lady who lives in the big city, her great aunt dies, and she finds out that her great aunt left her a cat cafe.
I would love that.
That sounds delightful. She's kind of mad about it the entire time. And then she moves there to like go handle her great aunt's estate, meets this like hot veterinarian who's like, we need to help save cats. And she's just sort of mad at the entire time, which is like, I could see being upset that, okay, you've been saddled with this. But at the same time, she's like, I don't understand like why my great aunt loves cats so much. Spoiler, it's because her great aunt, when they used to be really close when she was little, she said she wanted to run a cat cafe, and her great aunt promised to make one for her.
That's so cute.
And even after she remembers that, she's still kind of resentful the entire time and kind of ungrateful. And she's got this guy like falling all over for her, and she's always like, I would respect, stick to your guns, but be nice.
Be nice.
Yeah,
Is there
it's a
any
holiday
redeeming
season.
quality of her?
She's pretty.
Oh, all right.
All right.
There are cats. So that's my number one that I'm throwing in here. The rest, as I said, I am not really a Hallmark person, but I am a bad movie person. So mine is a bit more obscure. The next one that I have is the movie called Elves. It's from 1989.
Never heard of this one. No.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
don't
this movie.
you don't want to.
You don't want to.
It starts with a teenager cutting her hand and accidentally summoning a Nazi elf.
All right. So we're starting off great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's bad. Yeah. So the moment you start going into shadowy Nazi elves, this is terrible. I don't recommend it. It is how.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Really?
It is really terrible. It has made it onto several like worst film lists for
Nice.
good reason. It is a Christmas horror film. So
Oh, right.
don't watch
Okay,
it with your
all right.
kids if the whole hey, there's Christmas Nazis, which fun fact, that is not the only Christmas film I've ever found that had Nazis as a main plot point. We're not going to talk about those today because some of those had good cinematography.
Good to know that they're out there.
Something
And good to know that they're actually not bad. I guess
they could
in
be
Jade's
worse.
opinion.
They could be worse. Which is not the same thing as not bad. This is one that I think some people will actually have a problem with. Christmas with the Cranks. With
I always
Tim
see that
Allen,
like
Tim
pop
Allen.
up on
and Jamie Lee
lists, yeah.
Curtis. And I think it's for the same reason that I don't like Christmas at the Catnip Cafe, which is why are you as the eldest daughter, if I was like, hey, I don't want to celebrate Christmas, and then my parents decided to like go do like their own thing, and I changed my plans, I'm not going to make my parents drop their whole
they're
plans to
doing.
go
Yeah.
do everything. And the fact that they're doing it under the we have to do Christmas traditionally thing is just kind of it just grates me the whole time because
Yeah.
like bro,
could see that.
let your parents have fun. They're going to do something for themselves.
Yeah.
Why is it becoming this whole big thing? So I really don't like that movie.
Because they have to.
Because they have to, because it's expected instead of them just let everybody do their own thing.
Like Menji said,
Yeah, there's-
holiday magic.
holiday magic. But it's like there's always you guys are going to have other things. You're going to have other things. Call each
No,
other.
Jade.
Yeah.
No, Jade.
Yeah.
No, Christmas with the Cranks, Jade.
Christmas with the Cranks. Another one for me is actually Saving Christmas, also known as Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas. It actually is famous for at one point getting a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and actually was the lowest rated film on IMDb at one point.
I've
Nice.
never seen this film.
There's a part where there is like a hip hop flash mob number.
What?
And that
There you go. And you just sold it.
Let me put it this way. There's a hip hop flash mob number, and I still think this is a bad movie.
Why does
Yeah.
this look like Sharknado, but for Christmas?
Because it is.
Is Ian Ziering in it? Then we're good.
The whole underlying theme of the movie is that regardless of what the writers may have meant, the whole underlying theme of the movie kind of comes down to overconsumption is a good thing.
Okay.
This is supposed to be a faith-based film, by the way.
Good stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like
Jolly
it.
good show.
Yeah. And then my final one I believe I have here is Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny, which is a 1972 musical fantasy film.
Okay.
It also is used as a mid-movie. It switches to a frame within a frame storytelling of Thumbelina.
Ooh, Frankenstein-ish.
But long story short is it starts with a whole bunch of kids in Florida, and then Santa's stuck in his sleigh on the beach, and they're trying to figure out a way to get him out of the sand. At one point, someone in a gorilla suit comes to help Santa get out of the sand. And a lot of it is Santa telepathically summoning children to try to help him get out of the sand.
That sounds
It's
scary.
not great.
Telepathic. I think you mean Christmas magic.
Dude, Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn are characters in this.
Oh, really?
Why?
Like canonically?
Yes.
Wow.
They
They-
know each other?
Apparently. And then at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, after all these kids come and listen to him to tell the story of Thumbelina and the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, which are like movies within the movie. And I don't know why they're there. It's not great. At one point there's an antique fire engine being driven by a guy in a bunny suit, and that is the
KHTS fire engine.
yeah,
No, there you go.
being driven by a guy in a rabbit suit who is the titular ice cream bunny.
Oh,
Right,
Okay, there
right.
it is. There it is.
Yeah, so he meets the ice cream bunny. Ice cream bunny offers to drive him back to the North Pole, and then at some point, something happens.
Is it because they didn't want to call it like the Easter Bunny? Like
I
what's the
don't
deal with like
know.
the ice cream?
I don't know.
So they had no issues with the Easter Bunny, but they can add
I don't know.
Tom
It's Florida,
Sawyer in here,
Oh, yeah,
Huckleberry
yeah.
Finn,
Those
you
are-
have to remember.
Thumbelina.
This happens on a Florida beach, which I feel like explains everything. Anyway, at the
Well,
end of the
yeah,
movie,
Florida.
Santa loses his telepathic hold of the children and then teleports back to the North Pole. So technically, he didn't need their help in the first place. But that is my top 5 worst. Minji,
All
what do
right.
you got?
All right, Minge, what do you got?
Do we have time?
We do.
We do?
We're yes.
We're still good? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a movie that Jade has already mentioned. You guys have already mentioned Christmas with the Cranks. Basically, for those same reasons. It's like, what if skipping Christmas made you a monster? Is how I sum up that entire movie. It's
Right.
to me less comedy and more of a PSA about HOA tyranny. So
People in Santa Clarita can relate to that.
there you go.
Yeah.
Number 4, the Polar Express.
Why?
Hot
Jeez.
chocolate. Hot chocolate. We got
Why?
it.
Angie.
All right, so yes, it was a technical marvel at the time, but this movie so desperately wants to be magical, and instead, it delivers Uncanny Valley, and it's kind of
Okay,
creepy.
the Uncanny Valley, I agree with the dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The puppets, that puppet scene still freaks me out.
Little weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a little weird.
Yeah, well, Tom Hanks basically plays like half
Every
of the
character.
cast there.
I enjoyed it. I will say that.
The train operates on pure dream logic.
Yeah.
And on top of it, there's not much story. The kid wakes up, he goes on the train, he goes meets Santa, he comes back. That's it.
No.
Spiritually, I feel like it's part of the Fast and the Furious franchise, personally.
Oh, okay. All right. Now things are getting easier.
Okay.
Number 3, I forget who mentioned this one. Oh, no, it was Jen. Jack Frost.
Yes.
This movie creeped me out as a kid.
The face is frightening.
Literally turning grief into a haunted snowman.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
They do.
literally.
They do.
The
do
whole
that.
premise is, what if a dead dad comes back as a snowman, and what if it was unsettling as all...
A year later.
A complete year
Yeah.
later. So not even for that
It wasn't
Christmas.
like yeah. They just suffered the Christmas and then a year later.
Yeah, it's supposed to be heartwarming, but honestly, it just feels like unresolved trauma with a carrot nose. So I'm just gonna, yeah, that's on my list there. Number 2,
Uh-huh.
and I so wanted to like this movie too.
Oh, no,
I
I'm
really
scared.
wanted to. A Christmas Story Christmas, which is the recent sequel to A
Wait.
Christmas Story that you could find on HBO Max.
Oh, right.
They brought back like the main people. What's his name? Peter
Billingsley.
Billingsley. He
all grown
reprises
up.
the role
Yeah.
of Ralphie and all that.
I didn't even know they did this.
Yeah. A couple years ago, 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah.
Now, nostalgia for these kind of movies is a
Right.
given, and everyone's hoping to spot the callbacks to the original, and that's all well and fun. But this whole movie seems to think that nostalgia is a plot line.
Oh.
And so that's all this whole thing is. Every reference lands with the subtlety of someone elbowing you in the rib and going, hey, you remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that from the
Yeah.
original?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Do they
MCU
say you're
writing.
gonna shoot your eye out, kid? Do they say it?
Do they
You're gonna
wait?
sh- Do they say you're gonna shoot your eye out, kid?
I don't remember. It was okay. Well, here's the my big conclusion on this one.
Okay.
Christmas Story, it's not offensive. It's not disastrous like everything else on the list.
Right.
I think it's worse.
A
It's
Christmas Story is your number one?
Christmas Story Christmas. I'm still talking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is worse than being offensive or disastrous. It's forgettable.
Yeah.
It exists in that depressing category of legacy sequels that don't ruin the original, but they don't justify themselves either.
It's one of those where it's like they actually don't get the heart of what made the movie good in the first place. They're just sort of riding that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember when we did this in the original? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're bringing that back. My number 1 is the exact same one that Jade had just brought up. Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas.
Yes.
And oh boy, my putting together this list, I had a thing where I was like, I can't be a Hallmark movie, can't be Lifetime, can't be a religious one.
He put standards on
But
his.
this is in a league of its own. It's literally, to me, it's lecturing instead of entertaining, but it also doesn't know what it's lecturing you about. It's literally, as Jade had mentioned, hey, instead of, let's forget about material items and all that kind of stuff. No, all of these things that we do, going out to buy gifts and set up Christmas trees and have all these fun things, that's actually serving the Lord in disguise.
Interesting.
That's their takeaway. So here's one of my favorite arguments
Okay.
that appears in the movie, and let's see if you guys can guess what. So one of the guys is arguing, well, the Christmas trees aren't in the Bible, so we shouldn't have them.
Right.
And what do you think Kirk Cameron argues? What do you think he's? How is this justified?
God? I don't know.
Because God.
Because God likes greenery.
Well, you know, there were trees in the Garden of Eden.
Oh,
And what was
right.
what was the cross made out of?
I think you were
Wood.
Wood.
Where do we get wood from? There you go.
I thought you were
Christmas
just going to
trees.
say God made everything, so that's his justification.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are just these utterly absurd kinds of arguments of throughout the entire film of why you should be more materialistic in the name of God
Love
than
it.
anything else.
All right. Well,
That's my
thank
list.
you,
Thank you,
everybody,
Menji.
for your list. Thank you, Menji, for joining us. You have been listening to your Hometown Drive with Jen Sparks, Jade Abashan, and Sophia Lesios. And we will catch you next week on KHTS.